आज हम देखेंगे ग्रीन एनर्जी। ठीक है, चलिए देखते हैं पहला क्वेश्चन ग्रीन एनर्जी का। तो व्हाट इज ए चंपा रोल, क्या होता है? ठीक है, तो देखते हैं। ठीक है, तो ये होता है कि द चंपारल इज द स्क्रबर फॉरेस्ट बायोमिक dominated by densely growing over evergreen scrubber or small trees such as scrubber oak. ठीक है, hence B is correct option. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। एनर्जी सर्विस फॉर सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट आर डायरेक्टली लिंक टू प्रायोरिटी लाइफ स्टाइल वुमेन डिफॉर्मेशन। तो पहला सही है, दूसरा and तीसरा hence 1 2 3 आर करेक्ट, फोर्थ आपका गलत है। ठीक है, which one of the following is not a principle of series? तो which is a control production. ठीक है, next, which one of the following is a terrestrial type of ecosystem? Which is the pararic. ठीक है, an association of two organisms of different species are mutually benefits and where the individual may not be able to survive separately, hence symbiotic. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट देखते हैं। The green energy referred to one of which does not harm the ecosystem of planet Earth. ये तो स्टेटमेंट सही है। ऑल रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी इज ग्रीन एनर्जी, ये फॉल्स है। हेंस ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। विच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट? तो करेक्ट, रिवर्स चेंज देयर कोर्स स्टीयरिंग फूड एंड द लॉट्स ऑफ फर्टाइल सॉइल आर लॉस्ट टू द सी। ठीक है, तो ये आपका सही है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। कोर्स ड्यूरिंग है ये आपका। ठीक है, ड्यूरिंग फ्लड्स फूड। विच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग साइंटिस्ट कॉल्ड एंट्रोपी टाइम एरो, विच इज द आर्थर एडस्टन। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है। विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज कन्वेंशनल एनर्जी? तो इसमें से कोई भी कन्वेंशन, सारे नॉन कन्वेंशनल सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी हैं, बट आयोग ने सी माना। ठीक है, बट सारे गलत है आपका। नेक्स्ट, नॉन रिन्यूएबल सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी इज विच इज पेट्रोलियम। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। Which of the energy resources are considered for large-scale use after the oil crisis 1973? It's a non-conventional sources. Non-conventional energy sources are those energy sources that are renewable. What is the green data center? तो green data center D option होगा, I think, sorry B. A respiratory of the storage management and discrimination of mechanical, lightning, electrical and computer system developed to optimize energy efficiency and environment impact. ठीक है, B option is correct. Consistent availability of sufficient energy in various form at affordable prices is the definition of which is energy security. What is a greenhouse gas protocol? Which is the it is an international accounting tool for government and business leader to understand, quantify and manage greenhouse gas emission. Next question देखते हैं। Which of the following is a disadvantage or renewable energy? Which is a unreliable supply? Next one. A solar cell is an electrical device that converts the energy of light directly into electricity by the which is a photovoltaic effect. Which of the following is a renewable source? Which is the all of the above? ठीक है, which of the following country generate all their electric using renewable energy? Iceland है। ठीक है, renewable energy often displace conventional fuel in which of the following area? Which is all of these? ठीक है, which of the following is used to fuel for transportation? तो इथेनॉल भी कीटोन भी एल्डिहाइड, hence all of the above. बायोडीजल produced with oil or fat using, तो ये हो जाए ट्रांसस्टरिफिकेशन. The following is indirect method of solar energy utilization, which is wind energy, wave energy, biogas energy, hence all of these. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, which country create windmill? तो ईरान ने क्रिएट किया था। ठीक है, what types of energy is wind energy? Which is a renewable energy? Waste and usability energy resource are classified into primary, intermediate and secondary resource. Which of the following is not a type of primary resource? Which is a hydrogen energy? Energy resource which are being used for energy decades are known as conventional energy source. Which of the statement is correct about solar energy? It is a renewable and non-conventional source of energy. Third, wind and hydrogen energy are example of which is a primary source, I think ये option वो correct, sorry, primary and secondary both, ठीक है, B option. Next question देखते हैं. On the basis of long-term availability, resources are classified into renewable and non-renewable. Which of these energy resources is widely used in industry? Coal and gasoline. Next question. Which of these resources does not produce CO2 during electricity generation? Which is a uranium. Which of these is major contributor to world population? Commercial resource. Next question. Which of the following material cannot be used in solar cell material, which is PBS, ठीक है. Next, lead sulfate. The pollutant free energy source is, which is a solar energy, ठीक है. Next, which one of the following statement is no regard correct regarding thermal mass, which is the heavier a material is available than the lesser thermal is available, which is not correct. Consider the following statement regarding solar energy. To encourage the adoption of solar energy production, may state government at the center have announced plan for buy to way to buy back as well as subsidies for installation. Land acquisition of several hectares is the bottleneck is implementing this program. Considerable R&D efforts is needed to bring down the cost of PV cell. Hence, all is the statement is correct. Consider the following regarding the isolation. It is solar radiation that reach the earth surface, ठीक है, सही होगा. It is measured by amount of solar energy received per square centimeter square per minute, ठीक है, correct होगा. It is the amount of solar energy absorbed by the stratosphere, ये गलत है. Hence 1 and 2 is correct statement. Which are what are the limitation of solar energy? Collecting solar energy over large areas and converting it to other form that can be conventionally transported, stored and used in existing equipment is not economical. Low density of solar energy as compared to coal and oil and gas. Its major application are photothermal conversion, solar water heating, greenhousing technology and photovoltaic conversion. Hence all statement is correct. Consider the following in relation to objective of Jawaharlal Nehru National Solar Mission. Lesser dependence on oil import, increase in the share of clean power, development and deployment of alternate fuel, per capita energy consumption at par way with the global average level by 2020. Hence ये तो गलत है, तो C is correct option, ठीक है. Next, where is India largest solar power station located? Is Tamil Nadu, ठीक है. Next question देखते हैं. In term of installed capacity of solar energy, India ranked in world as a September 2018 तो आई थी 5th, ठीक है. At present world largest single location solar park at ये नूर complex solar park. Next question देखते हैं. Which one of the following is the source of solar energy? Which is the X-ray emission? Sorry, nuclear fission, ठीक है. Which state was topped the list of state commissioning grid connected solar power project in the country? Which is Rajasthan. Which form of energy has no pollution for problem? Which is solar. In which country world's largest solar telescope is going to installed? Which is India. A solar cell is a PN junction. Next, which one of the following source of renewable energy has the greatest potential in India? Which is solar power. The main role of solar energy is in water cycle. Which form of energy does not create environmental issue? Which is solar. Most of the source of energy we use represent stored solar energy. Which of the following is not ultimately derived from the sun's energy? Which is a nuclear energy. Photovoltaic cell convert into solar energy into which is a electric energy. The second most important source after fossil fuel contributing to Indian energy used in energy need is which is solar energy. Next question. Which of the following energy source is most eco-friendly? Which is solar cell. Direct solar energy used for which is used for water heating, distillation, drying. Hence all of the above. The first floating solar power plant has been built in which place in बिहार? तो दो जगह, फरीदाबाद में सबसे पहले किया गया था और दरभंगा में, फिर तो हैंस मोर देन वन ऑफ द एबव। ठीक है। Which among the following energy is used most commonly used in production of biomass, which is solar energy? Net metering is sometimes seen in news in the context of providing the billing mechanism for solar energy by consumer for electricity they add to the grid. ठीक है, C option is correct. Next question. In which region of Madhya Pradesh solar floating project of 100 megawatt capacity is produced, which is a Om Omkareshwar? ठीक है. Which state has the highest potential for the development of solar energy, which is Rajasthan? Which one is the non-conventional source of energy for India with solar energy? Which of the following state is leading producer of solar energy in India, which is Karnataka? Solar energy is India's more efficient if we fix orientation of solar panel towards eastern direction, if we fix the orientation of solar panel toward western direction, and next if we fix orientation of solar panel towards southern direction, if we fix orientation of solar panel toward the northern direction, hence only third is southern direction में हम करेंगे. Which one of the following source of renewable energy has greatest potential in India, which is solar power? Which one of the following is a renewable source of energy in India, which is the solar energy? 750 megawatt solar power plant situated in which district of Madhya Pradesh? Riva. What is solar collector? A system is collected heat by absorbing sunlight. What is a aperture area and solar collector area in the receiver that receives the solar radiation? Aperture area of solar collector is roughly equal to absorber area. What are the components of the flat plate collector, which is the flat box, a dark colored plate, fluid circulation pathway, a transparent cover, circulating fluid? Why is the transparent cover used in flat plate collector? To maximize transmission of the incident sunlight into the box. Which of the following is a circulating fluid in evacuated flat plate solar collector? Water. Evacuated flat plate solar collector are type of which is a non-concentric collector. Which of the following are used as absorber in evacuated tube solar collector, which is a metallic or glass tube? For better efficiency, solar collector do not coat their transparent cover with an anti-reflective coating, which is false. Evacuated tube solar collector used in glass tube is to surrounded absorber with high vacuum, which is true. Dash lose more heat to the environment than evacuated tube solar collector, which is a flat plate collector. Which of the following are combined to form an evacuated flat plate solar collector, which is a flat plate solar collector and evacuated tube solar collector? Which of the following provides highest energy conversion efficiency? Is non-concentric solar collector, evacuated solar collector. What is solar water heater, which is use solar energy to heat water? Which of the following determine complexity and size of solar water heating system, which is change in ambient temperature? What is the freezing protection in solar water heating system, which is prevent damage to system due to freezing of transfer fluid? What are the drain back system in solar water heating system, which is system that drain the transfer fluid? Which of the following metal are used to make pipe of low cost solar water heating system, which is a polymer? Direct solar water heating system, which is offer no overheating protection. Overheating protection is done by passing hot water through collector during night falls. Sorry, it is true. Next. Batch collectors reduce heat loss by thermally insulating the storage tank is true. Which of the following is an example of direct solar water heating system? Convection heat storage system. How is the heat transfer from transfer fluid is potable water in direct solar water heating system by using heat exchanger. What is solar heating and cooling? By use solar energy to regulate the internal temperature of given space. Which of the following is used to regulate temperature in solar heating and cooling system? Specific building system. Which of the following is not used in passive solar heating cooling system? Air conditioner. What is passive solar heating and cooling system? Which is the used building designed without any solar heating and system to regulate the temperature inside given space? Which of the following is extremely important with respect to passive solar heating and cooling system? Material used to construct the building. Which of the following is an example of passive solar technology? Solar furnace. Which of the following process is involved in heat transfer through building, which is a conduction? Which part of the house receives majority of solar radiation? Roof. Which of the following is a site specific design consideration for passive solar heating and cooling system, which is latitude? Next question देखते हैं. Which of the following is a design element for residential building in temperate and temporal climate, which is during thermal mass to store excess solar energy during winter? A building with excessive glass cover, which is a result in overheating. A solar roof constructed on building use water stored dash to temper hot and cold internal temperature of the building, which is the at building roof. What is a solar cooker? Use direct sunlight to produce heat and cooling food. Which of the following principle is used to concentrate sunlight in solar cooker, which is spherical reflection? Which of the following majorly affect the phenomena of concentrating sunlight, which is a geometrical of reflecting surface? What is a typically temperature used in domestic cooking? Note that C indicates Celsius, which is a 50 to 70 degrees centigrade. The cooking pan used to solar cookers convert dash energy to dash energy, which is a light to heat energy. What is the maximum temperature used in cooking? Note that C indicates Celsius, which is a 400 degrees Celsius to grilling and scaring. Which of the following material are used to make the cooking pan in solar cooker, which is a iron? Which of the following are used to manufacture parabolic disc concentrator, which is a anodized aluminum? Which of the following pot surface are preferred for solar cooker, which is a black colored? Solar cooker do have operating cost? True. Which of the following is the best describe the working solar cooker, which is the thick concentric sunlight convert light into heat energy, trapping that cooking? नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. Evacuated tube solar cookers are used as glass tube for cooking chamber, which is highly insulated, covering the pot with a glass lid. Convection, which is the reduces. Convection should be reduced by isolating air inside the cooker from air outside the cooker. True. In term of cost, solar panel cooker used as material, which is low cost. What type of solar panel cooker, which is the reflector type? How is the sunlight concentrated in solar panel cooker, which is from above? What was cook it, which is solar parabolic cooker? Solar panel cookers are not effective under cloudy condition. What types of solar cooker is sun basket, which is the solar parabolic cooker? Solar basket is an is a passive cooker. What is a solar box type cooker, which is an insulated box with a transparent glass cover with reflective surface direct sunlight into the box? What of the following color can be used to paint the insulated box on solar cooker, which is a black? What types of cooking container are used to cook food as a solar cooker, which is a steel? To reduce heat loss when insulator used to solar box cooker, तो कौन सा मटेरियल यूज करेंगे, विच इज यूज टू स्पेस बिटवीन आउटर एंड इनर बॉक्स? सोलर कुकर टेक्स डायरेक्ट टू dash to cook as compared to conventional cooking method, which is a longer. Solar cooking is pollution free, which is true. Conventional cooking fuel is required to operate solar cooker is false. अब देखेंगे विंड एनर्जी. ठीक है, देखते हैं. The greatest potential for the generation of tidal power in India is available at Gujarat coast. Which state is largest producer of wind energy in India, which is Tamil Nadu? Which among of the following cleanest source of energy, which is wind energy? Which of the following state occupies first position in the production of wind power in 2012, which is Maharashtra? In a subsidy station, the wind power plant line is connected to a dash voltage bus bar, which is a medium. In which of the following region wind are stronger and constant, which is offshore? How much wind power does India hold? 20 megawatt. What is the main source of for formation of wind, which is a sun? What are used to turn wind energy into the electrical energy, which is the turbine? Which of the following state stand first in the generation of wind energy, which is a Gujarat? Which of the following statement is not true, which is the total wind power installed capacity of India is about 400 gigawatt is wrong, which is 4.2 gigawatt. ठीक है? For which one of the following Tara is famous, which is for wind power project? Which of the following state stand first in the generation of wind energy, which is Gujarat? Which of the following state of India has been higher opportunity for development of wind power, which is Tamil Nadu and Gujarat? ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. Which of the following provides energy for wind to blow naturally, which is sun? Wind blow from dash pressure area to which is high to low pressure area. What is the wind gust, which is the a brief increase in the wind speed for very short period of time? Wind storm, which is strong enough to cause property damage. What is planetary or prevailing wind, which is the wind blowing from one altitude to another? Which of the following are the two most important planetary wind, which is the trade wind and westerly wind? Trade winds maintain a constant direction and blow steadily. Which of the following is not an application of wind energy, which is steam engine? What is the wind energy used in flour mill? Correct option is the C, which means that to grind wheat and corn grain into flour. Which of the following wind turbine is mostly used to extract wind energy, which is horizontal axis wind turbine? Wind energy is not used to pump water to a higher level, which is false. Which of the following is a mechanical application of wind energy, which is a pumping water? Which of the following is a potential application for wind energy? Converting the wind flow due to speeding car into electricity on highway. Which of the following is a part of general wind energy conversion system, which is a wind turbine? What are the two types of the beer box used in wind turbine, which is a parallel shaft and planetary shaft? Power generation contain electromagnetic and electrical subsystem. What is the fixed speed WES, which is a WES wind एट कांस्टेंट स्पीड होता है. ठीक है, WECS का फुल फॉर्म होता है विंड एनर्जी कन्वर्जन सिस्टम. फिक्स्ड स्पेस विंड एनर्जी कन्वर्जन सिस्टम आर इक्विप डैश जनरेशन विच इज a doubly fed induction. How is the speed varied in limited variable speed? WECS, which is variable rotor resistance. Which of the following components are used at converters in power electronics converter, which is IGBT? What is the function of rotor side converter, which is to convert generator in term of active and reactive power? What is the function of grid side converter, which is to control the DC link voltage? What is the sub synchronization mode of doubly fed induction generator DFG, which is the rotor run below synchronization speed? What is the super synchronization mode in doubly fed induction motor DFIG? Which correct answer is the B, which means that rotor runs above the synchronous speed. Which of the following generator are mostly used in WECS, which is CDFIG and PMSG? Which of the following is a flowchart depleting WECF modeling, which I think the wind turbine aerodynamics model, gear train model and generator PMSG power grid. Next question देखते हैं. Dash speed WECS is most flexible in term of generator used, which is full variable. What happens to wind speed when many turbines operate collectively, which is a wind speed reduce? Which of the following is a true? Which is the less than 5% of land area on earth can be generate 1 watt per square meter? Next question. Lower wind speed result in lower wind energy obtained. What happened to the output power when the wind turbine blade rotate faster than the entire operation time, which is output power increase? Higher wind speed as the speed of the rotation of the wind blade, which is increased. What is a cut in wind speed, which is a wind turbine start generating output power? What is a rated speed, which is a wind turbine generate maximum output power? Each of the following are limits of the range of wind speed for which the turbine are designed, which is a cut in speed and cut out speed. How one the output power vary between cut in speed and rate speed, which is cubically. What is the cut out speed, which is a wind turbine must be shut down? Which of the following best describe network-wide planning activity in grid integration, which is a planning activity for all future wind power plant? Which of the following does the local air in density depends upon, which is altitude and pressure? Higher air density lead to higher power output, which is true. What is further of wind turbine blade, which is a increase the angle of pitch? Why is the feathering of wind turbine blades required, which is required to prevent the blade from being destroyed by strong wind? Why the energy output of wind power plant variable to wind speed is variable? Which of the following is a reason for variable wind speed, which is a earth rotation? What is a grid integration of wind energy, which is a collect all activities related to the connecting wind power plant to the grid? Which of the following displayed the correct order of the stage involved the grid integration of wind energy, which is planning, physical connection, system operation? What are the two types of planning activities related to grid integration, network वाइड प्रोजेक्ट स्पेसिफिक? तो अब जो बाकी का बचा हुआ वो पार्ट हम 2 में कवर करेंगे, ठीक है? थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो. प्लीज़ लाइक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब दिस वीडियो.